Hello, wonderful Starseeds. It's Alexander Quinn, Starseed Navigating Light, and today is the top 10 biggest Ascension changes that we will be facing as a collective and individuals going into 2022. I love my job. We're going to be seeing a lot more modifications in relationships. Old relationships that you thought you needed to throw away coming back, and relationships that you're kicking to the curb because they're toxic. As you start to become more masterful, you see what is lurking inside of other people, the shadow that has always been there. But as you raise up in vibration, you come up into a higher light and you see through it. So relationships are going to be changing. A lot of people's relationships. You're seeing divorces. You're seeing old relationships breaking up that were founded in an old energy. And this is going to increase massively going into 2022. Relationships coming and going and changing as you step into your mastery and your light and the 3D, 5D divide, void. Number 2, there's going to be a reassessment of an old energy from a new energy perspective. Not only are you going into past lives and childhood scenarios and childhood trauma in your astral and dream time, but there is going to be a tendency towards the end of this year and going into next year to want to go back to childhood things, to want to go back to things in the first half of your life. And this is about you reassessing it from a new energy and unblocking and discontinuing blockages created in an old energy from your childhood. It's about you assessing old situations from a level of mastery in a new energy and going back so that everything can come up for dismissal and be wiped clean. Because as you go back and look at it from a masterful position in a new energy, it restores a new faith, a new outlook, a new holistic representation of where you are, and also a clearing of old energies because your perception has changed, and this releases blockages. More and more souls in number 3 are going to start realizing that there is more to them they had realized. More talents, more attributes, more soul personalities, more Akashic remembrance coming up to the fore. Now, what is this going to create? It's going to create a sense of feeling like there is more to you, more to life. And this is going to facilitate new directions, new career changes, new talents, hobbies, passions that can maybe facilitate become a career change or an online business. As more as your cash comes up to the fore and you have a remembrance of who you are, abilities and talents are going to come forward, and you're going to start realizing there's more to you than you've been told. There are going to be bigger emotional swings, bigger highs and bigger lows. What's this all about, Alexander Quinn? Can you explain this? In a new energy, there are going to be higher highs because you're going into a higher energy. But there are very, very few people on the planet who can maintain a permanent high energy and maintain the permanent resonance of what it is they want to manifest at that equilibrium throughout their 24-hour day all the time. So as you go up into a higher energy and you push higher and higher all the time, there will be lower lows as you're fluctuating up and down, because it is very, very difficult to maintain a very, very high energy throughout your day all the time. But it will be different this time, because as you fluctuate up and down in your new multi-dimensional aspects that are coming forward, the lows will be lower because you're coming down from a higher, but this time it's a recalibration of who you are, because as you fall back down in the lows, you will be settling in new areas. It will not be the old areas. So you are building a bigger, stronger foundation each time that you go to a lower low. This is an emotional recalibration, and it is about us unlearning who we were and learning the new us. There's so much to unlearn. That is a 3D trapped experience that is still in our cellular tissue. So it is psychological, it's within our Merkaba, it's physical, and it's chemical in our body as well. So big highs, bigger lows, but the lows will have a new foundation, and you will be learning in 2022 to stay at those higher highs, but the calibration will be bigger highs and bigger lows. This will teach us mastery. 2022, there's going to be a much higher propensity for people to want to check out, want to run away, want to go and check out, go on holiday and sit on a beach for 2 weeks and be alone, because there's going to be much more of an energy increase in terms of wanting to go within. But there's more. This is also about you finding peace in your life. The 3D paradigm was all about trauma, fight and flight, fear and survival, being on the hamster wheel all the time, the rat race. External, external, external. So in 2022, it's going to be all about you wanting to check out a little bit more, wanting to get away. But this will also be about mastery, and it will be about having to push through this and go within, because everything now in the fiber of your cells and your body and your Merkaba and your psychology is turning into a 5D being now. It's saying, go within. Alexander Quinn, go within. YouTube subscriber, whoever's watching this video, go within. That's what I want to check out. That's why I want to just go and sit on a beach. That's why I just want to go up to Glastonbury Tor and just look up the stars for hours and check out of the matrix. There's going to be a lot more of that, because everything intuitively is going to be telling you to check out and go within. Go within. That's where the answers are. And I say to people all the time, I love that you're watching these videos, and I love that you're here and continue watching the videos. But all the answers are in you. Yes, you watching this video, they're all inside you. You have all the answers. There's more to come. Here we go. The next one is foods. Well, Alexander Quinn, we know all about this. Haven't we touched on this before? We have, but there's more. In 2022, there's going to be lots of you who will go, well, I gave up red meat and I've done that, and I'm pescatarian now, or I'm now vegetarian, so on and so forth. But there will be more, because you will be getting more cellular DNA upgrades working on a chemical level within your body. And as you upgrade from a Golf Beetle to a Ferrari on a cellular level, you're going to need a better high octane fuel, because as your body is working with innate and you're speaking to your angels and the field around you is working to help change your cellular chemistry. So you're going to need a new high octane fuel. And the result of this, more food allergies in 2022. So you thought you'd given certain things up, and I don't do red meat, and I don't do chicken, and I don't do this, and all these sorts of things, but there's going to be more surprises along the way. And you're going to find that when you do circumnavigate on a cellular level what your new dietary commands are coming from your body, in which you are having a new relationship with, because your body is calling you, and you finally picked up the phone this time, and you're having a telephone call, and you can have a relationary conversation with each other, you're going to find when you do hit that sweet spot with the food that maybe you've never had before in a 3D reality, you're going to be operating at a very high cerebral claircognizant level. So it will be working through these new allergies coming in. There will be even more foods that you'll find next year that won't work, or they'll give you IBS, or you'll have like a little intestinal problem, and or your stomach doesn't like it, and that will continue as you basically become a human ET in the ascension process. The next one, my wonderful light workers and starseeds, is going to be sleep. This is so important. I really want you to listen to what I'm saying about this one. You're going to need more sleep. You're going to need more rest. Your body's changing from the inside out. Oh, well, Alexander Quinn, as you get older, you need more sleep, don't you? No. In an old energy, as you got older, you needed less sleep. Going forward, you're going to need more rest. You're going to need more sleep. Did you not think that there was going to be some sort of minor payoff to extradite all of these things from your DNA and do a full cellular upgrade? There is a payoff. You're going to need to rest and sleep more. The rat race, only 5 hours sleep. This jet setter lifestyle where there was credence and gravitas, and it was sub-zero cool to have no sleep and operate and go into the office, won't work. You're going to need more rest. You're going to need to take better care of your body. Your body is changing a lot. Honor sleep. Now, this comes with a paradigm as well. As you are working through your shadow work, all the shadow will be proliferating up and out through your dreams. And then your spirit guides and your ancestors will then wake you up between the hours of 2 and 4 in the morning, and they will be asking you to consider this immediately after your sleep pattern, so that you can consider it not only in the astral but in the waking too. And so many of you are finding right now that you're waking up between the magic witching hours of 2 and 4 or 3 in the morning. It's because spirit is standing at the end of your bed and they're waking you up and they're saying, great, wonderful, the ego's dropped. He's had a dream. She's had a dream. They have proliferated through some shadow work, some trauma, through a dark remembrance that can't be brought forward into a high density. Now let's wake them up and let's get them to consider this in their waking hours. So it is twofold. And you're going to start finding many of you who didn't remember your dreams, you're going to start remembering your dreams now. And that's part of this. Honor your sleep, and honor when you wake up in the middle of the night. Say to your guides, that's when they are really close around you and the veil is thin. Guides, spirit, Arcturians, Centaurians, Agatharians, thank you so much for waking me up. All of your team, your entourage that come in with you are standing around your bed, washing your hands, washing your feet, holding your hands. They're saying, we're here, we're here, we're here. The next one is going to be the next one is going to be family disconnects and culture realizations. What does that all mean? What is that all about? Well, let's have a look. What it means is this. As you start to see the light, it's like you get a little taste of something. And there's one of you in every family. As the light starts to shine underneath the door, as the door starts to creak open just a little bit, it's going to be like you get a little waft, a little scent, a sniff of the light, and it's consuming, it's intoxicating. And there will be people amongst the families who wake up, and it will proliferate changes. Now, some of your families will love the change, and some of your families will not love the change. But even so, once light workers and old souls get a taste, they won't be able to help themselves. But there's more. In cultures, there's going to be people in different cultures thinking suddenly, I don't know if I fit in this culture anymore. Am I going mad? You're not going mad, because akashically, you've lived in so many different parts of the world, in so many different cultures, and as you are having a remembrance, akashically, which is coming up as conceptual, emotional remembrance, not in the synapse of the brain, but it is different, you're going to start feeling other cultures and remembrances coming up to the surface, and there might be a discordant clash. So some of you might suddenly start feeling, I don't belong to this culture anymore, or it doesn't resonate, and this will be why. The next one is short and sweet because it's simple and I don't want to overcomplicate it, but it will be situational mastery. Certain things that triggered fear and anxiety in situations, places, and people won't affect you like before. So old toxic relationships will not create that anxiety and fear anymore because you will be stepping into your mastery. More on this later, but I just want you to dwell on the positivity of this short message. Let's get on to the next one. And lastly, this is a very, very interesting one and very controversial, but I like controversial because Ascension is controversial. This is going to be my favorite one, but this is also going to be a hard pill for some people to swallow. Let's jump in even deeper then. What is it? What am I about to say? I've already been talking on my channel for a long, long time. The 3D world and the 5D world are going like this, separating, but something else is going to be happening. Religious people, or people that are very locked into scriptures and religious dogma, and spiritual people like this, the divide next year and increasingly is going to be becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Why, Alexander Quinn, is that going to be happening? Because the spiritual people will be throwing away the scriptures, throwing away the books, throwing away the religious historical dogma, throwing away the preachers, throwing away the people that say you can't talk to God direct. You have to come through me, because they will start getting an innate feeling. I am a piece of God. I'm linked directly to God. I can go to God now in my own way, in my own time. I don't need a middleman wearing a funny robe or a strange hat. I am a piece of God. Namaste, in the old Hindu terms, means the God in me bows down and greets the God in you. We are a piece of God. And religious dogma and scriptural texts often historically teach us that we must fear God, and God is judgmental. God loves you so unconditionally. The Creator would never judge you. And as the light shows up even more, you're going to find religious people that are still locked into 3D religious dogma are either going to switch on the light themselves or become fearful. Because imagine walking in the woods at night and you suddenly see a bright light in front of you. Some will run in fear because they don't know what it is, because it's the unknown, and others who are intuitively connected to themselves on a spiritual level will go towards the light. So you will get the 3D, 5D divide, but you will get a spiritual, religious divide increasingly. So much to look forward to. I am so overwhelmingly proud of the work that you are all doing. I see it in my clients. I see it in the things that are going on. I see it in the comments section. Next year is going to be turbulent. But if you take these things into consideration, you will flow like water and fly through it with ease and with grace, and it's going to be easy. And you, like working in Starseeds, are going to be the go-to people, because you're going to be the teachers that everyone is going to be turning to for the answers. And those of you who are the black sheep in your families are about to become leaders. I'm Alexander Quinn. Thank you so much for watching this video. It is my honor and it is my highest joy. I love you and thank you so much. Truly, namaste.